Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Naruto Trilogy. I believe I just unlocked the final arc of Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, the Killer Bee arc. Couldn't think of the name of it. But anyway, yeah, let's see, the Jinchuriki, that's hard to say, that from that village has gone, or vanished again. The Jinchuriki in the Hidden Cloud. That's, I think, yes, of all the Jinchuriki out there, none are better at controlling their tailed beast. The name is Killer Bee. I think that's kind of bullshit, actually, because, I mean, you know, well, let's see. I'm trying to think.
Sasuke, I have a job for you.
I'm not sure if Yui or Yu or whatever her name was, the Two Tails, you know. I think she was pretty good at controlling her tailed beast. And then, let's see. I'm trying to think if there was anyone else. I mean, I guess because, you know, Sasuke killed the, or not Sasuke, but Itachi, I'm pretty sure it was Itachi who killed the Three Tails, and that's why the Three Tails was, you know, in just beast form, and it didn't have a Jinchuriki host or whatever. And anyway, I lost my train of thought. Uh, but yeah, let's see. Well, there was the old man that Kisame and Itachi fought. He was, I don't know. I mean, he never went into tailed beast mode, but I don't know. I guess you could say that you know, Killer Bee is probably the best at controlling his tailed beasts. I mean, I don't. It's hard to say. I mean, yeah. I mean, if the other ones were, well, I mean, well, Naruto met up with you know, the tailed beasts and their hosts, and what was like a sort of like an afterlife inner body experience, and basically, you know, he met all the Jinchuriki, and that was like when he was like crying because he thought, you know, that the third Mizukage or whatever was like a kid, and he's like, oh, I'm so sorry, you died so young and you never got to kiss a girl and stuff. But I mean, I think I was actually about to say, you know, I don't think Naruto's ever kissed a girl either. You know, just Sasuke. But anyway, that's enough of that. Let's just focus on this.
A job.
I'm just now getting over this cold, thank God. You know, I'm so sick of this freaking thing. It's, you know, making me all like, ugh. You know, I hate it.
At your current level, it'll be easy.
I don't like that voice for Madara. It sounds stupid.
I want you to hunt the Eight Tails Jinchuriki.
I wonder who does it.
The Eight Tails? His name is Killer Bee. He's a hidden cloud ninja, and quite strong.
Oh, I re-downloaded Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, and you know, so that way after I complete 3, we can, you know, play that. I guess whatchamacallit, I think it was like Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution or whatever. It must have been a really crappy game or something, because I noticed it's not online anywhere, you know, and I guess when I did play it, it did feel almost like a, what do you call it, not a, no, I was thinking prequel, but not prequel, but like a beta or something of Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, because in, what do you call it, Revolution, or I think it was Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution or something like that, you know, I don't think there was really a story. It was like, it was a few new characters combined with like this island tournament thing, and I don't know. It was really stupid. I mean, I didn't like it, and I mean, I was only gonna play it because it was part of the series, and there was a few things that I liked about it, like for instance, whenever you did a tag team ultimate jutsu, it would launch, you know, the you know the first attack would be kind of like what the attack in the special would be. So, for instance, whenever Madara and Obito would do their wood style meteorite, ultimate jutsu or whatever, like it would launch the wooden barbs at them, instead of like in Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, they have to go into that little red chakra mode, and they have to run and smash into them on contact, and you know I don't know, to me I liked it whenever they launched the barbs, or when Sasuke and Shisui would fire the dragon flame jutsu, or something like that, you know. But anyway, forget it. Let's play this.
Will you do it?
I'll return shortly.
We're gonna go kick Killer Bee's ass. That was a pretty good fight. I'm gonna say, you know, it sucks that that Killer Bee got away. I liked it when Jugo was like getting all pissed off, and Suigetsu was trying to beat him with the what do you call it, the Executioner's blade, but he was like, oh shit, he's got lightning style, and that's like his weakness and stuff.
Up ahead, huh?
It sucks that Suigetsu he doesn't ever use his water pistol technique, which apparently he knows how to use, because I've seen him do it in Boruto, or he was going to use it, but he didn't fire. I need to get caught up. I'm way behind.
Fragment. The Eight Tails Jinchuriki.
I don't know why they call it fragment. Why don't they just call it final arc or something? I mean, I guess it's not long enough. I guess it's just one battle. What? They don't even have the hidden cloud village? I figured they would at least, or at least in my memory that I remember that, that stage was in this game. I mean, maybe I remembered wrong or
This place
something.
is pretty nice. I bet I could write the ultimate rhyme here.
Oh my god, his voice is awful too. Who the fuck did they, originally get to play Killer Bee? Because I'm glad they changed that shit up. Because that's horrible. He just sounds like a black guy that doesn't rhyme, I mean...
You're the Eight Tails Jinchuriki. Killer Bee, correct?
Hey, that's are you Lord Eight Tails, sir, to you? Or are you Lord Jinchuriki, sir?
Yeah, there's no passion in his lines. He's just, sounds like, angry black guy. Something like that. He's not, yeah, acting all, Eight Tails or whatever, Killer Bee.
I'm here to capture you.
Uh-oh. Time for a funky rap battle.
Who the heck are you fools?
We're gonna have a dance-off.
Yo, who
Let's do
are
this.
ya? Why you wanna capture me?
Watch the hips. Yeah. Yeah. Ah.
I am under no obligation to tell you.
Come on, Sasuke. Yeah. Work it.
True. I'm into Mr. My Rhymes. Y'all is busting my time. And now I gotta spit my line, fools, you fools.
I was gonna say, sounded a little bit like Killer Bee right there. Maybe it is him. It's just maybe he hadn't developed his character yet or something.
That mouth is a nuisance.
And where the fuck is my backup?
The only one who gets to dig me is me, yo. So stand back and stay back or you'll get whacked, you fool.
Try me.
Try me, bitch. Let's wreck this fool. Chidori.
Go!
Razor spear!
Damn, you getting your ass kicked, boy.
Lightning sword transformation! Lightning sword transformation!
It's over. Okay, still not.
Like I'm letting you run. Good, let's go.
Impressive. Just what I'd expect from the Eight Tails.
Getting his ass kicked. Amaterasu.
This guy is tough. And it's like he's not going all out.
Yo, my power's all a flash with some still left in my stash. 8 tails, that be me. The rapper killer bee. For sure.
That said, I'm sick of dealing with him already. Maybe I'll finish him off quick with that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's yeah. You know, you gotta really put some energy behind it.
This chakra.
Picking a fight with me when that's all you got? Your illusions I obliterate and you I annihilate. My true role is the deep as the bone. Is that of a monster? See, I told ya. Most transformation. Now look upon me as I make y'all pee in your pants, you little ants.
A monster ox. So this is your true form, huh?
Actually, I think it's pronounced Oxtupus.
Just being my foes, I was born a glorious longhorn.
Oh my god, I can't believe I never thought of that before. You know, I never thought of, you know, calling the Eight Tails an Oxtupus. I've always just, you know, thought of it as, you know, kind of more of octopus than, you know, an ox, you know, but, no, I guess, you know, sometimes, you know, some people go, you know, lifetimes or whatever, and, you know, they never think about, you know, putting two words together and realizing that's what that is, an octopus.
That explains the chakra. But no problem.
I'll just burn you to death with my Amaterasu. Or cut your tails off or something, I don't know.
I'll finish you up right away. Blah.
That was the weakest bladow I've ever, you know, heard. I mean, there was no energy behind it. Okay, let's better take some ointment. Some Bengay for my aching wounds. And I guess a hamburger bento to raise my defense, just in case, you know. Let's see. Obviously, I don't think my lightning kunai or sleep tag is going to work on him, so I say we use giant food pills And I guess I'll use my giant paper bomb. Ready. Unable to use ultimate jutsu. Come on, that's how I kill him. I use Amaterasu.
Go!
Lightning sword transformation!
What the hell? Why does he have a wind style attack? Ow. Damn, that paper bomb hurt like a son of a bitch. What you doing? He's gonna bring your death.
Chidori Razor Spear! Chidori Razor Spear! Good. Chidori Razor Spear! Over
Alright, that's it. I'm awakening my Amaterasu, or my Mangekyo Shine God. Amaterasu! Damn you and your wind style, which you shouldn't have. Amaterasu! Yeah, there we go. Burn him to death.
Okay. Now I can capture the 8 tails.
I don't know how many of y'all are excited for Jump Force, but man, I'm ready for that game. I was gonna say, you know, they got all sorts of badass characters, you know. I mean, it kind of sucks that, you know, they've added. I mean, I guess I don't know. I wish they would have just, instead of like. I mean, I've never seen Death Note, so I'm maybe a little biased here, but I've never seen One Piece, but in my personal opinion, just from seeing the character designs or whatever, I think they look stupid, and I don't want to watch them, both of them, especially One Piece. God help me, please. I don't ever want to like that show. I don't ever want to see it. It doesn't look like, you know, anything that I would, you know, enjoy. But I am glad that, you know, I think Renji Abadai is in there, which is awesome, and Ichigo. I like Bleach, you know, I like Naruto, and I wish they would focus more on Bleach, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I want Seto Kaiba, and possibly Maximilian Pegasus or something. And I hope if they do add Seto Kaiba, they'll probably add, you know, his white coat form, but I liked his blue trench coat better, or purple, whichever. You know, not sure. I think it was blue, or was it purple? No, it's hard to remember. I think it's blue. But anyway, yeah, Seto Kaiba would be badass, you know, and so would Pegasus, you know, with his tunes and stuff. You know, I don't know, I really hope that there'll be a good character selection, you know, because, I mean, to me, that's what makes a game, is having, you know, a big character roster, so that way you don't get burnt out, you know, just playing with the same fucking characters over and over again. And hopefully, somebody said that your characters, you know, your avatar that you'll create, it's not fightable. I mean, I'm hoping that's not the case. I hope that it is a fightable character, and you can use, like, jutsu or techniques or whatever that you can, or that the other characters can use. So, like, say, for instance, I could be like Yugi or something and use the Dark Magician, or I could be like, uh, Goku and use the Kamehameha, or, Minato and, Flying Raijin or something. Or Sasuke, Amaterasu, stuff like that.
Is it over then? He was a tough opponent. But now...
Yeah, it's pretty tough because I didn't have my backup. If I had, fucking Karin and, Suigetsu or Jugo backing me up, it would have been a lot fucking easier.
As promised, I've delivered the 8 tails to you.
And that'd be funny if he was like, hey, you got the wrong black guy. And he was like, oh, sorry. They all look alike to me.
Nice work.
Just kidding.
I knew you could do it.
I find racial humor
Where are
funny.
you going?
Even, like if it's against white people, Asian people, whatever, I think it's funny. Like, I remember when I worked at the prison, I asked this black guy that I worked with, I was like, hey, I was like, do you know any white jokes? And he, was like, yeah, and he didn't want to tell me at first, like, I don't know, I guess he thought like I would get mad or something, but actually, I mean, that's not who I am, I'm not that kind of guy. I think race is something stupid. I think, it should be outlawed, because we're all part of the human race, and, I think that, you know, the fact that we classify each other by our skin color is pretty stupid. But, I mean, granted, most of us do act that way, depending on our skin color. I don't know how it happens, and it's weird, like, why, black people do the things they do, and white people do the things that they do, and Mexican people do the things that they do, and it's like, it seems like that, a lot of the racial stereotypes are true, you know? And, anyway, the joke was, and I thought this was funny, he said, what do you call, a white guy on a basketball court? And I was like, what? He said, you call him lost. And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good.
First, to heal. Then...
Because, I guess it is pretty funny when you think about, most white people, they're not, I don't know, there's something about us, like, we're not as good as athletes as black people, they're real good runners and jumpers, and, they're a lot taller than us, but, I mean, that's no big deal to me. I mean, I ain't hurt feelings about it. I don't want to be out there, playing basketball. I mean, I guess, if I wanted to, I could work out and, play football or whatever, but, I don't like football. I don't like sports in general, so, like I said, I ain't hurt feelings about it.
To the hidden leaf.
Strange you never really see too many, like, black swimmers, like, during the Olympics. Like, what's that about? Why is it that black people, they excel, like, in almost every sport, but when it comes to swimming, that, I don't know, you never see them do it. That's a very strange thing. I don't know what race would be the best swimmers. Would it be white people? Asian people?
Sasuke,
Mexican
I
people?
need to ask you something important.
I guess white people would technically, because Michael Phelps or whatever was supposedly the best or something for a while.
You could take his position and try to protect the hidden leaf.
'Cause, I don't know. I mean, I never did follow Michael Phelps or whatever, and I never understood why, people liked him. I mean, but then they turned on him for smoking pot or something. I think that's what I heard. But I mean, that's stupid. I mean, marijuana is legal in like I don't know, a lot of states. I mean, and it's kind of like that whole, they getting rid of the guy from Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's stupid too. I mean, just because he made a joke, I mean, what happened to freedom of speech? Is that something that that doesn't exist in our world anymore? Or I should say, in America?
So tell me the truth. What are your intentions?
I feel like every day we lose like a little more and a little more until one day, this country is just gonna end up like Germany or something, and it's gonna be we're gonna be, we're slowly gonna be enslaved or something, and I don't just mean white people, and I mean like, well, hell, I don't know, maybe it'll be, like another Civil War, Civil War II or something, I don't know. It's hard to say.
Itachi's life shows how he sacrificed himself to protect the village.
I'm sure there's going to come a point, like, sort of like this whole thing with them trying to take away our, what do you call it, tax returns this year, and that's really pissing me off because, I really want my tax money because I should have quite a bit coming back, at least $2,000 or $3,000.
My grief at losing him is deeper than any desire to follow his path. Now that I know the truth, I will never take his side and protect the Hidden Leaf.
Are you sure? You can ignore Itachi's will, his sacrifice, those he strove to protect.
You told me the reason Itachi couldn't kill me was because my life was more precious than the village. Then I feel similarly, that Itachi's life is more precious than the Hidden Leaf. That's all.
I think y'all are getting your wires crossed, because, I mean, he valued the leaf, okay, and granted, he didn't want to kill his little brother, and that's fine, because nothing bad came of it, there was no war, nothing bad happened, so, he succeeded in his mission, and yeah, he was branded a traitor, but I mean, he loved his village, he wouldn't want you to, go out and make the same mistakes, or, well, I mean, he wouldn't want you to, go out and, destroy the thing that, he loved. I mean, he tried to, make you out to be a hero. I mean, and here you got Obito being puppeted by Madara from the grave, or I should say Black Zetsu, or Kaguya, or whatever. I mean, it goes way up a chain, and Sasuke's being, led like a puppet, I mean, why don't you, I mean, I think, honestly, you're just a angsty teenager, and you're looking to take your anger out on, the Hidden Leaf Village. I think that's all it is. And, Orochimaru, he kind of took a while to grow out of that, he was sort of like, Herbert or whatever from Family Guy, he was like in love with this little kid, and and eventually he was like, I'll do what the kid wants to do, and the kid, Sasuke, he's like, oh yeah, I guess, Naruto, he's my friend after all, fuck it, we'll protect the village together.
They ordered my brother to kill our parents. It wasn't just the elders who chased Itachi to his death.
It was Danzo, damn it. I mean, you got your revenge on him, and that should be it. I mean, granted, what was her name? Like, Koharu and something? I don't know what the other two old people's names were, the advisors or whatever. But I mean, to me, they were always spineless. I mean, they had no opinions of their own. They were either with Danzo or with Hiruzen. That was it. They were like, oh yes, Donzo makes a good point, and then they'd be like, oh yes, but Hiruzen makes a good point too.
But all those who live in such a village.
I mean, fuck it. I mean, here or the third Hokage, he went out of his way to, protect, Sasuke, and I'm sure he probably helped Itachi out too.
They are all objects of my vengeance. I'll show the Hidden Leaf villagers my pain, my thirst, my despair.
So you're gonna take revenge on kids that, and parents and mothers and, whatever, fathers, you know, people that know nothing about this. Some people, or a ton of people in the village who aren't ninjas, you're just gonna take your vengeance out on them, I mean, that's stupid. I mean, they had nothing to do with any of this.
And to experience this hatred of mine.
Well, so you're angry, It doesn't mean you have to, you don't have to make other people feel that way. You should try to move past it and make other people happy. And, that's how the world works. You gotta, put aside your hatred and, try to make that person's life better, and that person tries to make another person's life better. But, I guess in the chain of command, there's always like 50, or well, I would say that 70% of the world, they're always looking out for themselves, and the 30% of us that, that want to help people, I guess we're just shit out of luck or something. I don't know. I mean, we can't do anything with 70% of the world, fucking wrecking things and shit. And it's like the other night, I don't know what the fuck this guy was doing, but he was either drunk driving or just being a straight up asshole, because I was driving over I-45. I was over an overpass. I had the green light, and I could see him coming all the way up, the side of this, hill, and he was hauling ass too. I knew he wasn't gonna stop, so I started slowing down, and I thought maybe he's gonna come to a stop. So, I started going, and I get right up to the light, and I'm about to go through the intersection when I realize he's not stopping. So he flies right in front of me. Just it wasn't like he almost clipped me or anything. I mean, it was way too damn close, and he was hauling ass. I mean, I was so pissed. I wanted a cop to catch that motherfucker. I mean, what reason? I mean, he wasn't even going in the direction of the hospital, so there was no possible. He was actually going away from the hospital. So I mean, there's no possible reason for him to be hauling ass like that. It's not an emergency, unless you're running away from the hospital. Anyway, I'm kind of on a little bitching spree here. Get some kind of vent in my anger or something. Maybe you should try that, Sasuke. Maybe you should talk to, Kadin, and just be like, it really pisses me off that, the Hidden Leaf Village would do that to my, brother or whatever, and then let her suck your dick or something, And that might actually, get rid of a lot of your anger.
What it is to hate.
Because I'm pretty sure, you'd probably like, fuck it, I don't want to take revenge on the Hidden Leaf. Probably just roll over and go to sleep.
He's the real thing.
Yeah, you're depriving him of sex or something, so no wonder he's probably a homicidal maniac.
Sasuke Uchiha. He's a true Avenger.
No, Captain America. He's a true Avenger. Kinda. I don't know, he's kind of a dick, actually. I don't like Captain America. A true Avenger is like, Spider-Man. Spider-Man is a true Avenger. You know, somebody that, you know, you never really see him do the wrong thing, you know. I mean, Captain America, you know, he, I don't know, I wouldn't say he does the wrong thing, but he's a little too, I don't know, I can't put my finger on it, but there's something about him, and it's not, he doesn't feel very Avenger-ish, you know. I mean, I guess he's supposed to be, you know, like the leader of the Avengers, but I don't know. To me, he's not the ideal hero for me. Hell, Hawkeye is more of a hero, you know? I mean, I know nothing about Hawkeye. Anyway, I'm tired of talking about the Avengers or whatever.
No one can stop him now.
Did the
No one.
actually, I was gonna say, did the Avengers actually ever avenge anything? I mean, if you think about it, all they ever do is, you know, like, you know, fight stuff. That's it. I mean, I guess in Infinity Wars they're gonna try to avenge the people that died, but I'm guessing that what's her name, she can't be brought back, you know, unless somehow the Soul Stone will be able to revive her, or maybe they use the Time Stone or whatever, you know, from Guardians of the Galaxy, Gamora. Because she didn't die from the snap. She died from, you know, getting thrown off a ledge or whatever. I'm kind of curious as to how that's going to play out. I wonder if Doctor Strange will, you know, be all like, you know, this is pretty much how I expected things to play out, you know, because after he saw the future, you know, he was like, I knew that, you know, Captain Marvel was going to come in and team up with the Avengers and help fight, you know, Thanos and stuff. I'm guessing, I was really hoping, what's his name was going to be in the, you know, Infinity War 2, Endgame, which, the name, Avengers Endgame or whatever, you know, that's what, made me think that, you know, Doctor Strange, he predicted this whole thing because, you know, right before he died, he said, we're in the end game now. And, you know, at the time I was thinking, well, maybe it just means that, you know, it's up to the last players or whatever. But, you know, now that they've named that, you know, Marvel's or Avengers Endgame or whatever, you know, it's like, oh, well, yeah, maybe he did actually pick the one where they win or whatever. Okay, we got an Octopus Tentacle, 8-Tails Hunter.
Thanks for your business.
Alright, we're about to start Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. It's gonna be exciting. I wonder if, I can't remember, but, I wonder if in Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 they'll, you know, like, make me recap, like, all the stuff that's happened up until, you know, the Great Ninja War. Like, well, am I gonna have to... Hang on, I got something coming up on me here. Am I gonna have to, you know, like, go back and refight Daedra and all them, you know? Or maybe fight Pain or something? I mean, I don't know where it's gonna start off. I didn't hear any voice. What the hell's he talking about? Keep pushing your limits to, you know, Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. Alright. That should be it. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This was Ultimate Ninja Storm 2, and now we're going to take on Ultimate Ninja Storm 3. So, this is Hopeless, and I'll catch you guys in the next game. Peace out.